What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a name that keeps coming up every time you mention Afrobeats in Toronto, AJ Styles. Whether you've seen him hosting, performing, or throwing one of those packed out parties that everyone talks about for weeks, AJ Styles has become a name that carries weight in Toronto nightlife. But what's interesting about him isn't just the parties, it's the way he's helped shape how Afrobeats is experienced in the city. So in this video, we're breaking down how AJ Styles went from being just another face in the crowd to one of the biggest names keeping Afrobeats alive and thriving in Toronto. AJ Styles isn't just a party promoter, he's what I like to call a connector. You know how in every scene, there's that one person who doesn't just show up for the vibes but creates the vibes. That's AJ. He built a reputation for bringing people together, not just Africans, but Caribbeans, Canadians, and anyone who connects with the rhythm of Afrobeats. At his events, you'll see a real mix: Nigerians, Ghanaians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, and even non-Africans who just love the music. That's rare, because most promoters only focus on one crowd. But AJ found a way to make it all blend. And it's not just about the music. He's intentional about the experience, the energy, the lighting, the crowd, the flow of the night. You can tell this is someone who doesn't just throw parties for money, he curates them like art. People come to feel something. They come to escape, to connect, and to celebrate African culture in a city that's thousands of miles away from home. What AJ Styles has done for Afrobeats nightlife in Toronto goes deeper than hosting events. He's created what I'd call a cultural space. A space where the diaspora can reconnect with their identity, where newcomers feel welcome, and where Toronto locals get to experience the beauty of African rhythm firsthand. His events aren't just about loud music, they're a living, breathing reflection of the culture. You'll see people wearing Ankara outfits, couples vibing to Asaki, Burna Boy, and Rema, and groups of friends reuniting after years, all under one roof. Toronto has always been a melting pot, but AJ managed to create something that stands out, something that feels authentic. And that's what keeps people coming back. His events have that home energy. They remind you of Lagos, Accra, or Port Spain, but with that Toronto flavor that makes it uniquely ours. One thing that really sets AJ Styles apart is his entrepreneurial mindset. He's not just doing this for clout. He's doing it to build something sustainable. Aside from nightlife, AJ is also a recording artist, with tracks like Feel Alive and Toronto to Soweto that blend smooth Afro rhythms with stories that reflect his journey in his city. That alone gives him a unique edge, because he's not just promoting the culture, he's creating it. But it doesn't stop there. He also runs an African store right here in Vaughan, a space where Nigerians and Africans can find authentic goods that remind them of home. Whether it's ingredients, snacks, or cultural items, he's literally providing a taste of Africa in the GTA. And on top of that, he's a real estate agent, helping people secure homes, invest, and build their lives in Canada. When you think about it, AJ Styles isn't just building parties. He's building community infrastructure. He's proving that Afrobeats isn't just entertainment. It's a cultural and economic movement that can uplift people. If you've ever listened to AJ's tracks, you'll notice something. There's always a balance between home and abroad. Songs like Feel Alive capture that Afro-romantic groove that makes you want to dance slow, while Toronto to Soweto is like a global anthem, connecting Africa to the diaspora through sound. What makes that special is that he's doing it from Toronto, in a city where artists often struggle to be recognized for Afro sounds. AJ represents consistency. He's not chasing trends, he's staying true to his identity. And that's what resonates with his audience. You can feel that authenticity in his performances too. He performs with confidence and connection, not arrogance. It's the type of energy that makes people proud to say, yeah, I'm part of this scene. And that's exactly the kind of influence Toronto needs. Artists who don't just make noise, but make meaning. The biggest impact AJ Styles has made might not even be seen in numbers. It's in the feeling he creates among people. Through his events, his music, and his business, he's constantly pushing one message: unity through culture. He's given platforms to DJs, dancers, influencers, and creatives across the African and Caribbean community. And by doing so, he's breaking that invisible wall that sometimes separates us. The one that says, this side is for Africans, that side is for Caribbeans. In AJ's world, there's no division, just good vibes, good energy, and mutual respect. He's made Toronto nightlife feel more inclusive, more exciting, and more rooted in identity. And even though it's nightlife, it's not reckless, it's joyful, it's intentional. For a lot of people, these parties are a lifeline. They're a place to forget the grind, the cold winters, and the isolation that sometimes comes with living abroad. That's why AJ's work hits deeper. He's not just feeding nightlife, he's feeding the soul of the community. When you think of where Toronto's Afrobeat scene is going, it's impossible to not see AJ's fingerprint on it. He's influenced how events are organized, how crowds are engaged, and even how artists promote themselves. You see younger promoters now copying that same energy, the mix of elegance and excitement, because AJ set that standard. And even as the scene keeps evolving, his blueprint remains: authenticity, culture, and connection. What's crazy is that he's still expanding. From nightlife to real estate to cultural entrepreneurship, it's clear AJ's not just trying to make it, he's trying to make it last. That's the difference between someone who wants to go viral and someone who wants to build legacy. And that legacy is already in motion. Every packed dance floor, every boat party, every student who finds a sense of belonging through Afrobeats. That's part of what AJ has built. So when we talk about the impact of AJ Styles on Afrobeats nightlife in Toronto, it's not just about the parties. It's about the people. It's about creating spaces that celebrate who we are, giving energy to a culture that continues to grow, and proving that Afrobeats isn't just music, it's a lifestyle. From Toronto to Soweto, to real estate, to the store in Vaughan, AJ Styles is showing what it means to represent your culture with pride and vision. Toronto's Afrobeats nightlife wouldn't be the same without his touch, and that's facts. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment sharing your favorite AJ Styles moment or event in Toronto. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay connected, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next one.